I am Hania Abdul Rahim, and I'm in IB Year 1. As I'm nearing my first year of CAS, I've learned a lot of things. The first one being that CAS requires a lot of time management and a lot of dedication. How I've learned this is through my experiences and my activities. In the beginning, I found it difficult to find new ideas and new ways I could work on my creativity, my action, and my service hours. Slowly, I started looking for opportunities like volunteering at a library, or helping out coaching with little kids for soccer, or for creativity, teaching a whole culture with my co-partners as a CAS project. One of the difficulties I had during this time was recording my reflections right as I finished my activity or my experience. What I had to do was I had to write them down on paper so that I would remember it, and then I had to sit down and do the reflections together in one go. And I found this to be kind of time consuming, and I'm hoping in my second year of CAS I can jot down my reflections as soon as I finish the activity to help with not having them pile up. I found it really difficult to also portray what I've learned in the words through the reflections. And how I solved this problem was I read a lot of CAS examples, and I went through the guide that my CAS advisor posted, and that really seemed to help me in kind of putting what I've learned and what I shouldn't do and what I excelled in together into one reflection. I also had trouble getting pictures for my evidence. I had to find different ways to find evidence of me working because it seemed to get out of my mind that I needed to take pictures. I hope for next year that I focus more on my activities, because I found this year I focused more on creativity and service, and I'm really glad to say that I'm kind of done with that portion of my CAS hours. And for next year I really want to focus on activity, and I also want to focus on adding more learning outcomes that I haven't really touched on yet. So far I lack a lot in global engagement, and hopefully next year I can target that learning outcome. And I want to incorporate all of them into one activity. The whole idea of CAS in the IB diploma program has helped me greatly in terms of recognizing my strengths and my weaknesses and focusing on what I should be doing. And I've also really found myself excelling in things that I didn't know I could through CAS, which I'm really grateful for. And I've also been able to find a purpose in everything I'm doing and interpreting actions and seeing how these certain actions are helping the world and the community around me. And I've also become more aware of the problems and of aspects that need help. And maybe in the future, even after I finish my program and I finish CAS, I can continue to help these areas that need growth in the community and help these areas to everyone's benefit. And for that, I'm really grateful for CAS. And I hope for next year, I aim to improve my strengths and my weaknesses together, and I hope to find a more balanced procedure to my approachment of CAS activities. Thank you.